we're going to talk about pitching this morning. And what is pitching and what is chipping? Let's get that defined before we started.
Pitching's high and stick.
Pitching is high and sticks. Yeah. So, in other words, if I'm in slow pitch baseball, I'm going to pitch like that. That's called slow pitch. Okay?
Yeah.
If I'm chipping, what's that?
Low and roll.
Low and roll. So bowling.
Oh.
All right? Pitching is slow pitch baseball. Chipping is like bowling. You're trying to knock the pins down a little bit. Okay? So I'll just first kind of warm myself up a little bit here and talk as I go. And you guys can observe what this looks like. Do a couple more and then we'll talk about this. So what are some of the things you're seeing in my swing? Just impressions you're getting of pitching.
Consistency.
Yeah, except for that one.
Except for the blooper.
Only about part way up and then down.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah, pitching can be a full swing.
Yeah.
A little better.
That looks good too.
Thank you. So yeah, it can be a full swing. So what else are some of the other things that you kind of observed?
We've got the great club.
The weight is on your left foot.
Stays there during the whole entire process. This is what happens if you
I
have weight
saw-
shift.
Yeah, I noticed that her right foot was behind.
This is exaggerated. See
Okay.
how my weight shifted and I hit behind the ball? It can result in a shot that's topped. And when I say top, that means when you come through, you hit the top of the ball and that scoots along the ground. Or it could be a fat shot, what people call fat, where you hit behind the ball and it's also hitting the top of the ball at the same time. So, depending on your spine angle. Anything else you're observing?
Looks about like your backswing and coming forward is about the same,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, distance equals swing length. So if I am want to do say a 15-yard shot, my swing is only going to be that big, and that's pretty much 15 yards almost in the hole. If I want to do a 30-yard shot, there we go. There's my 30-yard shot. So once you get this down, swing length, you can really play with that. And I'm going to teach you 2 basic swing lengths today to get you distance later on in the clinic. And then we have this one, I call it 9 o'clock, and we have this one which the shaft is perpendicular to the ground. All right, that's your 15, this is your 30-yard shot. Now here's a tweener. So that one, I think I was right about there. I don't know if I was correct or not, okay? Yeah. And that's the in-between 15 and 30-yard shot. All right, any other thing you observed? How about intensity of swing?
Soft.
Soft.
Smooth.
Yeah, so what kind of things are going to help bring softness into the swing?
Light grip.
Light grip, absolutely, yeah. Although, if I have a light grip, and I don't do a shoulder turn, see I didn't turn anything here, it can still fail on me. So the light grip, and I call it going with the flow with the shoulders. So I'm actually going to turn my shoulders when I bring the club up and kind of go with the flow. Since the club head wants to come back here and the club head wants to go forward, let's just go with the flow about it. And you see when you do this, you get a much better result. You know, I kind of look at it as a little child sitting on a swing, and they're pumping along fine on their own until dad comes up. And you know, dads, they're going to come up and he's going to want that child to jump out of the swing.
Yeah.
All right? So the kid first is going to get tense and panicky about it, and then the dad will grab on and you know, so the kid's going to fly out and maybe skin his knees, break some teeth or something.
Oh.
But if mom comes along, mom's going to make sure that that child's swinging gently, and she taps right here to get the kid pumping a little bit. And then the kid's going to pump his feet a little bit along with it. What happens if we shove up here? We're out of control. But if we get it right at the right instant where gravity takes over, we give it an extra little pump, and that's turning the shoulder and going with a flow. So we have two sides to the swing. We have the back swing, nice and easy, and we want to match the forward swing best we can. It's okay if the forward swing's a little, goes past a little bit more. That's all right, because what that forward swing does, that follow through does, it helps you receive your target better. You know, you're open to the target, like we are in bowling or any game that involves throwing a ball. We want to be open to the target when they're receiving the target instead of one of these. No shoulder turn, keep your head down. So don't listen to keep your head down. Blah, 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 blah. Because that's probably one of the worst things you could hear in golf. Here's keeping your head down again. Got away with it, but you see there was no weight transfer, no going with the flow and receiving the target. So what you notice when I'm done, I'm up on that right toe. My hip bones are facing the target. And it feels good, it feels easy, very easy and good. Before we get into the actual setup to do a pitch shot, any questions so far about what I've talked about? It's easy. Just let your body do it. Just let your body flow with it. Don't get anxious and don't try to control it. Just relax through the swing. All right, setup. Since we want to hit a high shot in pitching, we're going to play it forward off of our target side foot. If I play it back, what's happened?
Oh, keep it down.
Yeah, I've taken off loft, haven't I?
Yeah.
That could work out in some instances, you know, if you want to keep it low and let it run. But since I'm trying to get loft, I want to play it forward and keep that loft going. Hand position. If your hands are forward of your club face, that's going to take off loft. So we want your hands just right over the club face to get normal loft. If you want to get more loft, there's a couple things you can do. You can place the hands back in the swing, see how much loft I just gave it? And you can swing that way, and you'll get a little more loft. This is more advanced, but you can open up the club face, open up your stance, and swing outside in across your body, and really get nice loft. That's a little more advanced, but it's kind of a fun one to learn. Then you can impress yourself and your friends. Okay. So ball forward, weight forward. 70% of your weight or more needs to stay on that target side foot as you swing. All right. So my first move is going to be able to take the club head back just with my shoulders. See, nothing's going on down here at all. Very quiet and still. Second move, when I get to about 8 o'clock, that's 6 o'clock, this is 4 o'clock. Now my wrist cock comes into play. I'm still on my left side. All right? So if I want to do my 15-yard shot, I'm in this position, and I'm going to just let the butt of the club go towards the target. The head is going to swing through on its own if you're relaxed. If you're tense, could you hand me some more balls there, please? Thank you. Thank you. If you're tense, you know, that look familiar? Yeah. All right.
She looked right at me.
No,
All right.
but we all
Shoulder
agree.
turn, wrist cock, swing. Okay, I got to get my aim a little bit better. And when you're done swinging, watch my follow through. Up on that right toe, hip bones are facing the target. You know, that's what makes it so easy, is this nice flow of this through the shot. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I can think of about pitching that's important. I think I've about covered it. Any questions?
Usually pitches are up to 30 yards. If like 50 yards, you just probably use one club up. Maybe.
Yeah, it depends on your leverage. You know, I have a lot of leverage. So for me, this is my 30-yard shot.
Yep.
You know, for maybe somebody shorter with less leverage, you know, that might be their 20-yard shot. Okay, so it's up to you to experiment around once you are aware of your positions, and I strongly advise that you look back for a while, find those positions, find it, find it, find it, and then swing. Don't allow too much time between finding it and your actual swing. So for me, again, this is my 15-yard shot. And that's pretty much right on for that pin position there.
Mm-hmm.
So do a lot of looking and turning. You know, for today, if you can find these two positions, you know, that's good enough for today. Get familiar with those. Know it, you know it like the back of your hand. Then you can start playing around with different positions on that. But whatever you do back here, match it here or a little more to it. Okay, all right. Any other questions? Did I answer your question?
Mm-hmm. You did.
Okay, good. Anything else? All right, so when would you use a pitching shot?
Hitting to the green.
Yeah,
When you're just off like 15, 30, 50 yards.
sure, yeah. Getting over bunkers,
Over bunkers.
getting over trees, getting over water,
Out of a bunker.
out of a bunker. Yeah, the same setup works in the bunker. Very nice, except when you're in the bunker, you have to give a little more intensity to really pounding sand out so the ball rides out on the sand. But it's pretty much the same swing. Okay.
Also, when the ball's forward on the green, you know, where the pin is placed real forward, it's so you can't really chip that easy. If you want the ball to, you know, just stop.
Yeah, yeah. Here's a nice one.
Like,
True.
you know, some of those pin positions are hard because you want the ball to stop right there.
Yeah, yeah. And here's an extreme way you can handle that one. I open up my face to open up my club face, swing a little bit outside in,
Yeah.
and I got one of those that pretty much sticks.
Yeah.
And then you can actually even go lighter on that. This is more advanced.
Mm-hmm.
And all it is softness to create that. Think of, to get your distances, think of miles per hour with your stomach. If I want to go, say maybe 10 yards, I'm going to think of a car going by me at 10 miles an hour, and my stomach's going to follow the car. All right. If I want to go 15 or 20 yards, I'm going to think of that car going by a little faster. My tummy's going to follow them. So it all generates here from the stomach. 100 miles an hour, if I want to hit that full swing pitch shot, you know, I'm going to think of vroom, going by at 100 miles an hour. That simplifies it for a lot of people. You know, rather than thinking about swing length, some people are more linear. They like swing length. Some people are more feely. They go with their gut. You know, they'd rather do that. So find out what works for you today. Okay? All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will shut off the video now.